Hello and welcome back to the Sunday Funday podcast. This is episode 5, I believe, of the standing series. Six of the standing series. I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. Alan Orms.
Glad to be here.
Knocking
him out.
Yes, sir. This is back to back. Just finishing up Austin. Now we're moving into CTaylor, our first interview of the playoff teams. Technically, Dawson finished below you, but
thank you for mentioning that. I just wanted to get that in there. I didn't finish 6th last year. I finished 5th. So.
What's up, Connor? Good to have you.
Thank you. Good to be here. It was a little dicey throughout the day. I was thinking about no-showing, but glad I'm here. I no-showed on work to make it to this instead. So I'm feeling really happy about that.
Glad you have your priorities in order.
Amen.
All right, let's start off with a life update. What's going on outside of baseball?
Well, this baseball season, so that is a lot of the life update. But other than that, new job, working at Topgolf, really loving it. Really just kind of backdoor lucked into that one. I don't think I had the qualifications I was supposed to have.
We got the story. We got the story last night. We were 14 shots deep in tequila, and you. I can't remember what happened. I don't think you remember what happened either.
I don't either.
So yeah, congrats to you on that one.
Was that 7 apiece or?
No,
it was all 14.
No, it was all 14.
Okay.
And this happening is that's not an exaggeration. I don't know if you've been to the beach before. Not a very nice bar. I had a $138 tab.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time I turned around, you were taking a shot.
So I'm here on a mission tonight on poker. I'm trying to win my bar money back.
I hear you.
But yeah, great job. I have one responsibility: is to teach golf. I don't have to do anything else.
That ain't a job for you.
A lot less hours. It sucks. Like all you guys, how many times did y'all ask me to play golf last year in the summertime? And you work at a golf course. As a head pro, you don't get to play golf, and it was killing me. So nice switch there. Got on Callaway staff. I think I'm gonna start playing a few more tournaments again this year, and try to find that balance a little bit more.
Hell yeah. You and I still haven't played together.
I know, and I mean, it's just like if you try to get in the summertime. I was at the course 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. It's just like the life of a golf pro, and I was really getting tired of it. Teaching or head pro, I was really getting tired of it. So I was, thinking I was going to leave the golf industry for good, and this was like the last ditch out of the blue. I got this opportunity, so it worked out well for me. Didn't want to leave, but again, you got to, priorities. I'd rather play golf than work at a golf course.
Yes,
Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah, glad that worked out for you.
I'm ready to talk some baseball.
All right,
hypotheticals, obviously.
Yeah, we'll get into those hypotheticals, but so recently you've taken quite a bit of heat. Numerous members in the group.
Numerous non-snitches. Let's put that out.
Okay. So what do you have to say?
First, I want to give Coach a shout
haters.
out. Coach, every time someone kind of slanders me in these first couple episodes, Coach is right there to be like, well, he does make the playoffs every year. Like, let's hold it back a little bit. The haters. I'm trying to go through them. Carlin's irrelevant. Don't have anything to say to him on the topic. Dawson hasn't done an interview yet, but he has been a pretty vocal hater in the group, and that's just a personal thing. Me and Dawson are going through it a little bit right now on our friendship level. Happened week 1 last year. I don't know if y'all know the story. Pulled a little fake Sunday trade on him. So me and Henry were tied 5-5. I know Henry was going to look for pitchers, and I needed pitchers. So I agreed to a deal with Dawson, so he couldn't trade with Henry. Installed until kickoff time, or first pitch at 1:05, and just never accepted the trade. And I think that really irritated him. For me, I thought that was a fantastic manager move.
Yeah, they're just savvy.
Still lost a week. Probably, I did tell him I was going to accept it when I got out of church. I don't think I was at church that day. I wish. That's the one thing I regret. I wish, I maybe just did a work of the Lord into the
you brought the Lord into
I think I got the karma for that by losing that week, so I got no qualms with the L, but I thought that was a good move, and to be quite honest, if I need to again, I'd probably do it again this year. So Dawson, he's been a little bit of a hater. I think that's personal. Graham, that's a little bit of a surprise on Graham, but he's also making a bunch of really shitty trades. So I think he needs to manage his own team. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at, to be quite honest. First and foremost, I had the 11th hole. I wasn't in the greatest position to start. I didn't have the 1 or the 2 or the 3. I chose 11. I think I got the 9 slot and picked 11. I was trying to look into some of the new keeper decisions by doing that, and thought it was just too hard to plan your draft around keeping someone. So but I was stuck with that spot. I'm happy with what I'm doing. So yeah, we'll play it out. I mean, again, if nothing else, I think I'm a better in-season manager than a lot of people. I don't think drafting's ever been my strong suit as a manager. Last year probably might be a question on that topic, but I think I'm a good in-season manager, and I really think I can just outplay a lot of managers in this league. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So you've made the playoffs every year since we've become the Wild Wild West.
Yes.
You have had as much success in this league as anybody not named Michael Coates.
I feel like there's got to be a but.
How do you manage to stay competitive on a yearly basis?
How do I manage to stay competitive on a yearly basis? First and foremost, I'm obsessed with the league. I mean, I live and breathe the Wild Wild West. I know a lot of other people do as well, but I mean, I put in the hours. I put in the work. You know, I set alarms like in the middle of the night, pick up some people. You know, 12:01, I'm picking people up. You know, I think you can just outwork a few people on Sundays and really, you know, get a tie or get a win, and those add up at the end. So, like last year, did not have a good team, period, and that was on me. But I outworked it, and I knew I was a playoff team and maybe a one-and-done playoff team. Nick kind of had some nonsense. I know that Henry will probably mention it, but Renfinga hit 2 bombs on the weekend against me. That one was a grand slam, so he had 2 home runs, like 9 RBIs on Saturday and Sunday. Like, who the hell is that? He had like 6 home runs, and then he does that against me, and then does that against Henry back-to-back. So I mean, good for him for having him on his team, but like I don't think he can say that was expected out of that guy. So you know, I knew I was a playoff team. I wanted to keep the record alive. That's what I was working for. You had a really good team last year. Henry had a really good team last year. I don't think I was gonna be a championship team. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah, you can't win a championship if you don't make the playoffs.
Exactly. You know, I mean,
get into the dance and then
see what happens. What if I had Rafinha? I would have made it to the championship against you. You know, so you gotta give yourself a chance.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm just in the league. I'm invested. You know, we could be playing for 5 cents at this point now. I probably would be this invested. There's a lot of pride. There's a lot of big personalities in the group that I just don't want to lose it. You know, I don't think I actually have lost to Carlin. Carlin, I'm maybe tied him once, but I mean, he doesn't beat me, just period. Dawson, that was a tough one again. We had the little feud in, you know, the CTaylor Bowl. I think that'd be a great rivalry, but it's not going to happen. I don't want him as my rival. I'm very happy with Henry as a rival, but to me, that's like second rivalry. And he kicked my ass last year. So that was tough. I'm definitely, you know, telling the guys about those weeks this year. We're gonna have a few extra meetings throughout and really prepared. But you know, I'm in it. I love the league.
Yeah, that's one thing too. You have a relationship in the locker room where I see a lot of non-playoff teams. They don't.
And you know,
it doesn't matter.
I've been what you asked. Why do I always make the playoffs? I've been having these meetings like pretty semi-regularly since the beginning. I think maybe you too. We might have been you, and Nick were probably the first 3 to, you know, start calling the boys in early after a bad day. And I think that makes a difference.
You know, that's their machine.
Exactly. Right? I know. I'm going to be a late runner this year. I've been slacking. You know, wintertime, stuff happens. Big seasonal depression guy.
Hibernation.
Because I love golf so much. When it's cold, I can't play golf. I just get sad. Like, Wednesday it was 75. Been on the stairs twice since then. You know, it's really going to be motivated. So I think I'm going to be peaking a little late. Alan with a nice little sneak into the steps.
I mean, I noticed the trends. I mean,
right.
Championship teams are stepping on the machine, so I gotta get climbing.
And I just want to throw this out here. It's kind of a random thing, but what Q promised to do is one of the most brutal things, and I humanly don't think it's possible. I think
I'm really concerned. That's probably the worst last place punishment I've ever heard.
I think he is gonna profusely vomit, trip
on the
over,
stair machine,
and hit his face on the stairs. 15, dude. Like
on the max speed, he's sprinting.
Period. I can't do 15. Period. Like that's so dangerous.
I put it on level 7 and went for a minute straight, and I couldn't.
Literally. And for him to just add in the milk, well, you brought up milk, which would have been rough. But fireball shots, like my God,
he'd get banned.
I don't think he's
on the machine. They told me
I don't think he's a stepper because first, I don't think you're 15 minutes. Like that's a long time. 15, like you know, I step 15 minutes on period, and I'm happy with the day. So I thought that was a wild.
He's going to have to start training.
This is the wild west.
Almost rooting for him to, what is it, if he comes 9, 10, or 11. I'm almost rooting for him just coming 8th. Like, I think that'd be a good year for him, and then he doesn't have to do this. Because that'd be tough. But Yeah.
Let's get into your hypothetical question. You're playing in a golf scramble with 3 other league members.
Okay.
You're going to use one person for the driver all day, one person for all the iron shots, one person for all the wedges, one person for the putts. Okay. Which league members are you going to choose, and what role will they play?
May I?
Yeah, you can be your own.
Okay, nice. That's interesting. First and foremost, I haven't seen everybody play golf, but it's been talked about enough. I think I got a pretty good gauge of everyone. Carlin, I mean, he could be just as good as me. He wouldn't make my scramble. So he's out of it. Graham's not a golfer. Set point. Alan, I don't think I just don't think he's an 18-hole stamina golfer.
No.
Like we played out of Harmony before, and he hit some really good shots, but then he just like hit one bad one, and it's like the lights turn off in the mind. So you're on the bench.
Respectfully.
So let's get to the people I want on the team first, and then I'll decide the role. So I'll be on the team. Chuck Johnson, he's gonna be on the team.
Yep.
Austin's gonna be on the team.
Sure.
He's a good guy. I think he's probably the best golfer. I don't think there's much debate. Best golfer other than me in the group. We did do the scramble with Nick, so that was a good team. But we also didn't win it. So I don't know if I want Nick. I also gave Nick a little half lesson at the end of last year, and I mean, he was in Wonderland. He was down the rabbit hole. He was struggling, and that's the last time I've seen him golf. And I've been there. Everyone gets that way in golf, so I don't know if he's out of that yet. So if the scramble was tomorrow, I'd probably bench Nick, bench Henry. I'd probably put you in, Coach. Haven't seen you, but I know you're a league player and a weekend golfer, and I think that can probably be a thing. And we've done some swing videos help and stuff like that before.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with those 4 for sure.
Yeah, I would say Nicky is better than me when he's right.
Yeah.
For sure. I haven't seen him in a while either since he got the headworms. He refuses to play golf.
Really? I mean, that's a tough place to be, and it really takes one of those bullshit get hammered and finally play good golf rounds to get out of that. And I don't personally know if he's had that. It doesn't sound like it. Now for our roles. Usually I would say probably me putting. It's the best part of my game, always has been. But a scramble, I don't know. You hit a bad T-ball, you're kind of screwed. So I kind of want to be lead off man. I'd probably get us in play and trust everyone from there. Irons, I'd probably put Austin into some irons. Again, you just want to give yourself opportunities. You gotta you gotta get on the green. So you gotta put the best players up there. So that leaves you and Chuck for putting and chipping. Chuck on hole 7 of the scramble, cart girl came by, ripped a fireball shooter with me, and hit a little saucy spinner from about 60 yards, so tapping range. So I'm gonna let Chuck chip and hope you're a good putter.
Okay.
I don't. If you can, make one bomb and kind of play the averages and be an average golf, I think we'll be all right. So again, I want to get in the best situation possible. So maybe that would be the order of best to worst too. So just keep on going that way.
I think that's the perfect. From my perspective, because I've seen Chuck putt. I've seen him point himself in the face and call himself a faggot because he missed a putt. So
no, I mean it was a vivid memory of, I don't know if you remember, vivid memory because we were drinking, but we were kind of in the lull to start this scramble. Literally, one of the funny TikTok videos, cart girl rolls around and he hits the best shot of the day. It was a 60-yard wedge, and put the man in the pressure situation, he paid it off. So I'll leave him there. If we won that scramble, I probably would have put Nick in over you. But you can't just roll out losing lineups. You lose two or three straight weeks in baseball. What are you gonna do? You're gonna make some trades. You're gonna make some cuts. So Nick was the first casualty there. Dawson don't know much about his golf game. Don't want him on my scramble team right now personally. Again, I've offered the apology. Hasn't been accepted yet. So until then, I don't want him on my squad. Henry isn't good at golf. It's kind of expected. He's kind of a little uncoordinated out there with the golf club from my memory in it. Q, couldn't tell you. Maybe he's fantastic at golf. That'd be really cool, but I don't think that's a thing. And I think that's the whole league. So yeah.
Awesome.
So Brock, I've actually never seen Brock, but Brock is very adamant that he sucks at golf. And I think you already told me that he was hitting the side of the machine at Topgolf, so that's really all I need to hear. And Alan came out to Topgolf with me one hungover Sunday and was hitting the ball really well.
Yeah, it took me a minute to find my stroke.
It did, but you never hit this side of the machine. So.
No, I like to hit the back of the net.
Yeah,
that's about it. I'm more of a long drive kind of guy.
Yeah, you did hit some good drives.
Austin just backdoor covered his first half bet Purdue, Indiana, so he's getting a little hype right now.
Nice. Did he get it all? Oh yeah, he cleared it. Not even close. Good for him. You got the next one.
Yeah, so we have a question from a random non-Sneech member.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
And his question for you is, are you going to fumble your picks again this year?
You know, I'm glad this question got brought up because, first and foremost, let me say it again. I fumbled those picks last year. Alan, you really, I mean, you almost.
I gave you the
lead.
lead.
Gave me the trophy.
I gave you the lead.
And it was in my hands, and I really sucked. It really started with the Juan Soto decision. Damn, Trey Turner gets hurt a lot, and I just didn't want to pick someone. And my worst year, I probably had my best team, and I barely made the playoffs. And it was the year I had Mike Trout, and he just kept on getting hurt. And you know, if that fails, then you're gonna fail. Juan Soto failed too, though, so that was tough. I don't think I'm gonna fumble my picks. I've kind of gone a different route, draft pick trading, and for my strategy for the draft. Don't care if y'all hear it. Screw you guys. It's not gonna change me up.
Are you going to target good players?
I am going to target. No, that's 100% my strategy.
Damn, really? I need to think about that.
Because for the last 4 years, I've been moneyballing this league. You know, I've always been. I draft my team and I get my picks to win 6 categories a week and throw 4 out. You know, I think I was I think I was the first closer ever league member
that I can remember. Yeah.
Yeah, and I made the championship that year and it really hit the ground running. So last year I was Soto first. And I knew I was reaching, but I wanted Merrifield and Simeon because Seals were up there. We were supposed to hit first in the lineup. Mm-hmm. So that was Seals, runs, average. So I thought, you know, I got 4 cats right there, or 3 cats locked up right there. And my God, we're Merrifield. I couldn't get rid of him fast enough. And then Simeon traded him probably on the dollar for the price to Coates, and he got significantly better after I traded him. So he's on my blacklist as well. But I did have some good picks in there as well. You know, I got Kyle Tucker at a little bit later. I think a lot of people were real hesitant. He had a really high ADP, and he kind of slipped a little bit because I don't think people believed in him. So, you know, I made some good picks, but I missed on 3 of my top 4 picks. And if you do that, you're going to be bad. So this year, same with draft pick trading. If a trade, I'm not even looking at it. I'm just looking at the one trade. If I'm slightly winning that trade, I'm accepting it. I don't care where that moves my picks. I don't care what that leaves me. And, you know, it left me in a place where I have 7 in the top 35, which is pretty good. And I have a gap. But for the most part, everyone has a gap. Graham and Carlin has really claimed the middle. So, I mean, everyone's going to have a gap other than them. And their gap is the first, 100 picks. So that's tough for them, you know. Don't know why that strategy is a thing. But what, Austin, you got 3 first-rounders.
Yep.
Chuck has 3 first-rounders. 1 and 2 aren't getting moved this year. I think that's pretty well known at this point. Yeah. So, and again, I have the 11 one. Like Austin said, I think there's a 6 good hitters, and then if you're in that 7 and 11, you have to look at drafting a pitcher first, which has never been something I want to do. You know, they play twice a week. Just playing the numbers. I want my guys out there on the field. So I knew immediately I was going to be going back a little bit, and just the way everyone else's strategies work this year, I have 7 top 35. I have 7 between 20 and 35, and then a big gap. But I mean, you look at my back end again. People, Chuck, Graham, Nick's doing the only getting the higher pick strategy. I mean, people have just been gifting me 100 pick moves on the back end,
Oh yeah.
170, 180, those are roster guys. You know, you have to have them. You can't pick up every single player. So I'm really getting a lot of good. If I got a hit, but I have a lot of opportunities to have a solid team where I don't need to make a lot of pickups every week. And I think I only have 1, maybe 2 picks outside of top 225. You know, so I just got to hit on them because it's gonna suck if they're all at mid and I have to, you know, decide which ones to drop early, and I'll probably decide wrong and drop a pretty solid player and someone else gets them. So we'll see. I'm gonna just draft the best players I can. Doesn't matter what position, doesn't matter what else. So many moves happen. You know, if I end up pitcher heavy, you trade him. You know, as simple as that. So I'm done with the money ball. 6 turns to 5, 5 turns to 4 pretty quickly. I think I lost a lot of 4 to 6 matchups. Lost like 3 straight of like 5-4-1 or 5 ties. Yeah. So I'm gonna just try to 10-0 everybody this week.
I like it. Bold strategy.
Maybe not 10-0, maybe 9, because I think closers are just gonna be premium. I mean, it sounds like Carlin and Chuck have a little feud going on right now, and they're just going to draft closers to piss each other off.
I hope they start taking them early.
I hope they do too. You know, and then if that happens, you get one good closer, you can beat like, you know, half the league in saves. Yeah. So that's my plan right now. We'll see how it goes.
You have any bold predictions for the year?
Bold predictions. It's kind of with it on Austin a little bit. I don't love what Nick's doing. I think he's not as evil anymore. I don't think Nick's an evil trader anymore.
He's gotten soft after he's
I think. I mean, he's a big Nick. I am too. I believe in him, but he's a big fantasy baseball guy. You know, there's a fantasy baseball guy, and I think these last 2 runner-ups, especially the Carlin one, softened his heart. He knew he was never going to get to where he wanted, and I respect Nick because second's not good enough for him. He gets paid. He gets a lot of credit, but he doesn't want second, and so I think it softened his heart. And he's made some looser trades. I mean, I think I've got some kind of steals off him this year. And especially when we're negotiating, it used to take us like 10 days to make one trade where we're moving 12 picks. And now we're just flinging them left and right. And I think if you look at Henry and how terrible he is at making offers, Nick was the same exact person 2 years ago. And Henry stayed on his course. Top of that, I'll say Henry. I don't think Henry's going to have a good year. I think he's really... fantastic draft pick trader because he trades with Quinton and
with himself,
with his farm team, and a very good drafter. But I think he really is a middle pack manager. So that's my hot take.
That is a very
Other than that, you know, I really was on board. I really believed in Q. Did it himself again this year. I don't know what he can do. I think he can backdoor a playoff team or. Graham, I think he hasn't made one good decision yet, to be quite honest. From the moment he had the 4-hole and chose like 7 as his draft number, nice little twist in the league this year. Also, Kamish, that was pretty cool. And he was the only one that like did something wild, and I just don't think that was a great one. Dawson, Brock, you know, in the 1 and 2 holes haven't made a lot of moves. Again, both pretty solid managers, so they're going to be pretty neutral. You know, they can go anywhere. Whether they draft a bad team or fringe playoff, draft a good team, they can both win the league. Allen, I'll say the same thing. Allen, I think you make the playoffs this year, because you just had zero percent chance to make the playoffs last year from the moment you tried trading picks.
Yeah.
Your season was over. Yeah. And if you take that year out, you were a sneech. You know, you're a good manager. You make the playoffs.
Yeah, I did 10-0 Chuck in the playoffs in 2018.
I know. So,
and then he followed that year up by winning 1. So, fuck you, Chuck. You fraud.
He did that. Chuck has really good picks, too, and he's a good manager. I think Chuck, I'll give you another kind of hot take. I think Chuck pulls a me. I think he drafts maybe not great, and I think it's going to be because of this Carlin feud, and he's going to get carried away. That guy, look, I think I got a little heated. That was like an actual little bit of feud in that group.
And, he was legitimately angry.
Yeah. And I mean, it's on him a little bit. You don't tell Carlin your picks, but you also don't expose that. You know, Carlin told Nick his picks last year, and the Sneezes tried to get him out, to get him to give us the picks like crazy, and he just wanted to do it. And that's what, you know, I expect out of the league. Obviously, we know now it didn't matter because Carlin was trying to draft like Whit Merrifield and Bobby Witt like at 130, so everything was irrelevant with his ones. But yeah, so I think Chuck's gonna be a 5, 6, 7 hole. Austin, some of y'all may know. 2 of y'all are here. I made a group of 5 people draft night last year, and I said there's a big gap. One of these 5 people are going to win the league, and 4 of us made the playoffs. 3 were 3 out of 4 semifinalists, and we had the winner. Austin was the one that let us down, but I obviously had some faith in this team. They just didn't perform. I didn't get too much in this team. I don't know if that was a manager thing or some bad luck or whatever. So But I mean, he showed he can draft. He showed he can draft big trades. So I could see Austin and Allen making a push and maybe being in that Austin Allen, Chuck Henry. It will be that fringe playoff level. Carlin, I mean, I know it's been said that shot was crazy, but
we don't need to hear Carlin's name anymore.
I mean, it's just like, what is he doing?
That's a great question.
And I love him. I love having him in the league. We need him in the league.
Yeah,
but
he's the villain. Villain.
He's not a villain. He's the Joker.
He's the Joker.
He's the Joker.
He's a clown.
Sometimes the league goes real quiet for a few days, and Carlin does something dumb, and we all come back together.
Yeah.
So he's going to be. It'll be Carlin, Graham, and Q in that 10, 11, 12 hole, I'll say. And then I'll say 6, 7, 8, 9 is going to be Austin, Allen, Henry, and Dawson. No, not Dawson. Nick. No, that's it. I think I said Dawson. So that's that 5, 6, 7, 8 hole. Have enough drama with Nick about that. He said, did he say, did he not say right now?
Yeah, will you clarify that for us right now?
No, I can't. I simply cannot clarify it because I don't remember it. But the bottom line is I've never seen Nikki's wedding pictures, and I didn't know that was a thing. So why would I say that? Dylan clearly has seen the pictures, and there's quotes on the thing. So it had to be good.
We have the screenshots.
Yeah.
We have the receipts.
So that really cleared my name. Again, Austin put it in the group, but I woke up, and I was like, what did I do? Like, did I murder someone? Like,
we're reeling.
I did specifically send him to Dylan yesterday, so.
I mean,
that makes sense.
It all makes more sense.
I remember the ones, again, Alan loves to put a camera in the face when he sees me.
I love you when you're drunk.
Yeah. We've been having some good times with it. But I remember the fuck you, Carlin, I love everyone else in this league.
Yes, that was why I brought the cams out.
I would say that was probably the last thing I can confidently say I remember.
That was, I think, 10 shots in.
Yeah. So somewhere between, and the sad thing is I went to 10 after that, and it got worse. So, and that's when I ran into Dylan. I need to.
You ran into Dylan at the beach.
Okay. So Dylan was at the beach. We're learning stuff here, but I just Dylan and Spencer, two great friends. We've done this for a while. They still do this. Not their weekend every night. Let's go.
All right, Connor. We're just gonna wrap it up real quick here. One final question for you. Are you willing to hold yourself accountable?
Yeah, absolutely. If I've never been on this playoff team, so if I'm 8 or below, I'll donate $100 to the winners entry fee next year.
All right.
And also, league, real quick, I'll offer a $250 straight up regular season matchup bet against one league member. First one to accept it, I'll go head to head with them and do next year's entry fee on a straight up regular season bet. So, first one that sees this and responds, I don't care if it's Q, which would be awesome, or Carlin, which would be awesome, or if it's Nick. So we'll see. That's it. Have a good one.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Connor, great chatting with you. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Best of luck this year.
Yeah.
All righty. And that's from all of us here in the Wild Wild West.
I really was like.
God bless.